Hey friends, happy Thursday. I realized that I haven't done a meal prepping tutorial in a bit, and since I am basically almost finished with my meal prepping, I would check in and share with you a couple of tips. I'm going to focus on how I am able to get Mark to eat all of his vegetables. Mark, obviously, is not my child, but he is like a child in some regards when it comes to vegetables. So, I am someone who I know how many veggies I need to eat in a day, and I don't mind just eating like raw peppers and cucumbers and carrots, like just plain with nothing dipped in them. I'm happy to do it. They taste good to me, and I like to just make sure I'm eating it all. But he is not going to do that unless I'm physically sitting next to him and forcing him to do it. So I just try to make it easy on all of us. Because we like to follow the container system that I've been talking to you guys about, and I hope that you're thinking about joining my launch group this month. I know exactly how many servings of vegetables that he needs to get a day, and if I wait until dinner time, there's just no way in hell he's gonna eat like 5 cups of vegetables at dinner. So we got to get it in some other way. Here's what we do. So every single morning, you guys know, Mark drinks a shake for breakfast. That is his go-to breakfast. Monday through Sunday, he drinks a shake, unless there is some extenuating circumstances, like I make pancakes or something on the weekends, he's drinking that shake. And we have been for almost 5 years. So what I do, it's really hard to tell. I put spinach into all of our shakes. So spinach, whatever our fruit of choice is. This is strawberry, there's banana, I have blueberries, whatever you want to put in there with your spinach, unsweetened almond milk, and usually peanut butter or almond butter. I just kind of alternate between the two of them, and that's how we do it. So you don't taste the spinach, you might see the spinach, hey Michelle, how you doing? But you don't taste it, and it immediately gives you a full serving of vegetables. So just big old fistful of spinach goes right in there. It's about a cup. That's going to be your full serving. It's super low in calories, so you're going to fill up on it, and it's going to do your body good, but it's not going to blow, any of your calories for the day. Not that we're counting calories, but I just am pointing that out. So tip number 1, sneak it into your superfoods shake that you drink every single day, or should be drinking every single day, I should say. Tip number 2 is mix it in with your eggs. So we eat eggs a lot. I'm a creature of habit. It is easy for me to plan and cook and prep these types of things. Mark will just eat them because he knows that if he complains about it, he will no longer have someone making his breakfast and meals for him. Hey, Melissa. So I basically make 4 to 5 servings of eggs and spinach for each of us a week. Marks have cheese in them. Sometimes I put some turkey sausage in it just to mix things up, or you can use regular sausage. You can use whatever you want to mix it up. He'll get like our whole grain like folded wrap with his. I usually will just eat mine on a piece of like wasa, that rectangular cracker with a quarter of avocado. You can serve it with guacamole if you want, or salsa, whatever you want. But the trick is to just saute up your spinach, throw your eggs in there, and then you have a full serving of protein and you have a full serving of your vegetables. So that's red and the green when you're following the container system. So I know the thing about the containers is that they look really small, but it actually makes like a really big like serving. So 2 eggs or 8 egg whites if you don't eat eggs, or like the yolks, and about a cup of spinach. So that is my tip number 2 for, again, spinach is my go-to for all of these things, but pretty much you can use any vegetable. So if you have someone who likes peppers or onions or mushrooms, mix it in with your eggs. You can make egg muffins, however you want to get them in there, but I'm just kind of giving you a couple ideas on how we do it here. The third way is, again, to throw it into a cup, but this cup is going to be for juice. So there's no liquid in this cup, just because that's kind of how I know that this is going to be juice. It's spinach, but you could also use kale. Kale is just a little bit thicker and it doesn't blend as smooth as spinach does, although this like new Ninja I feel like pretty much will pulverize whatever you put in it. It's pretty intense. But still, spinach is your easiest vegetable to get into a human body that's picky about eating vegetables. You can put apples, pears, any kind of fruit. Banana, no, I wouldn't, because that doesn't juice. But like anything that will produce juice, you can blend in here. And I also put ginger. I just think it gives it a nice little zing, and it is also very beneficial for you to have ginger. So a little bit of fresh ginger in there. We will blend this up. He'll drink it at dinner time, or he'll have it as a snack. I know people are like, oh, I want to eat my food. Look, guys, like, you can eat this if you want. Like, you can eat the equivalent of this and chew and, till you're blue in the face. But you could also drink it, and it's going to be just as filling as eating an entire apple and an entire serving of vegetables. So the choice is yours. Do what you want to do. But this becomes portable. You can take it with you. You can sit outside with it. You can talk to people with it while you're not chewing with everything going on. So I just feel like this is a little bit easier to get it into him by juicing it and, kind of letting him sip on it at dinner time. Plus, it's filling. If you want it to be a little bit more, a little bit more filling, pair it with some whole almonds or a cheese stick, or like another type of some hummus or crackers or something like that. If you feel like that's not enough, or you really need to fill a couple hours before your next meal, then by all means you can definitely like add some peanuts or something to it. But this alone is still going to be just as filling, because it is a full serving of fruit and a full serving of vegetables. So those are the main ways that I really get like vegetables into the mix without making a huge deal about it. Spinach, like I said, is my go-to. We go through 2 of those like big bags from the store every single week. It's not that expensive. It goes a really, really long way. I feel like spinach will take on the flavor of whatever you're making. And it's like, I don't really taste spinach in my eggs. I just taste my eggs. And, maybe you have to eat it a couple times until you get used to it. But like, it is no big deal to me. Like, we eat so much spinach. We're like Popeye the Sailor Man over here. Maybe that's why, we have so much energy. The rest of this is just pretty much everything that we eat. I mean, we use Greek yogurts as like another quick and easy protein. Those are Mark's yogurts. I don't know why. I feel like dairy just does me wrong anymore these days. So I try to stay away from dairy as much as I can, except on pizza, because obviously that's delicious. And I make some wraps, some sandwiches. I kind of prep all of our fruit. Pears, I just cut them up. Apples, bag them up so it's grab and go. I have strawberries and grapes to grab and go for Sophie's lunches. Like, I just had to make her lunch. And when I say make her lunch, it's like no big deal, because I already have her baggie of veggies prepped. I have some type of fruit prepped for her, and then we usually would just make chicken tenders or pierogies or something that's very toddler friendly to put in her lunch bag in the morning, and she eats it. So we don't have any arguments with her over what she eats. But this is pretty standard for us here in the Smith household. When Mark and I were talking today, like, the biggest thing is, what do we want to eat for dinner next week? And because we knew that we were busy tonight and he's working late tomorrow night, which is why we did this now, we both just kind of agreed that we didn't really want to have any dinners that required like a lot of prepping. So we just kind of bought a bunch of frozen vegetables in the freezer, and we'll do like turkey burgers that we can like make pretty quickly. We're gonna do a crock pot meal with a packaged chicken, and some mushrooms. That's like super easy. We're just like, we bought some turkey sausage, again, quick, easy meals that we can just make that don't require chopping, peeling, or boiling, or a lot of planning. And just keep it simple. Rotisserie chicken goes a long way to make a stir fry with brown rice and a bag of frozen, vegetables. So that is my deal, and I am sticking to it. But if you want to learn more about how to meal plan, if you don't know how much you're supposed to be eating, then this is a perfect opportunity to kind of get the basics and the foundations of Nutrition 101. I'm happy to help you with that. If you already have a workout routine, or you're going to the gym, or you're working with someone, perfect. Let's just add the nutrition piece into it, and hopefully that will help accelerate your results. If you don't know what you're doing, or you need something that or you want to add nutrition and exercise, great. I have, workouts that are going to complement, the perfect meal plan for you too. So it's completely customizable. You can either get all of the meal planning, you're going to get everything, but we can focus on just nutrition if you want to focus on your own workouts, or you and I will be working out virtually together following these new workout programs, teaching us the fundamentals. So this is like my Thursday night. It's not very exciting, but I was sharing this with my busy women's working group, and I just figured I would give you guys a couple of these easy tips to get all of the veggies in, as I like to say. So I'm gonna go so I can get done, because you know what, I've been on my feet and talking and working all day today, so the last thing that I want to do is be up any later than I have to. So hey Kelly, how you doing? Hey Megan, how are you? So if you guys have any questions whatsoever on all of these Smith Eats that we're going to enjoy this week, or anything, or meal planning, it's obviously my jam, so just let me know. I'm happy to help, but it probably will not be tonight because I'm exhausted. So I will talk to y'all later. See ya!